Hey, good morning everyone. We're back again. Saturday morning. Been another brutal week. Let me just push you back here a little bit instead of getting in your face. We've had some nasty weather. Minus 52 wind chills, minus 36 below. Without the wind chill, it's just been an ugly week to work outside, but guys got to pay the bills and get some money to build his car. So I got some parts in the mail, some pretty cool items. I'll just show you what we're working on. As you saw in the start of the video there, I have a detail on my seat here, and what I've done is I ordered some vinyl decals cut out of black. Figure it's just a nice little touch putting that in the top of the seat. And you're probably thinking, how the heck is that going to stay there? But when I was building boats, there was a guy talked about this method, and it works phenomenally well. You've got to make sure that the vinyl has been untreated with Armor All or a protectant, so virgin vinyl, and clean it a little bit with either some denatured alcohol. I use methyl hydrate, works just as well. I've got, just show you here, this red Starcraft boat has white vinyl seats, and I put a red Starcraft decal on the back of the vinyl seats, and they've been on there for roughly 6 years and no signs of lifting whatsoever. So I'll just show you the procedure. It's pretty simple. You just have to be really careful when you do the heating process. Set you back in the tripod here. Chin position. Hopefully that's got quite a glare from the light. Get this moved around. So what I've got is I measured out and used some tape to hold the decal in the spot I wanted. The next thing I did was I lightly cleaned the area with some alcohol, just to make sure there's no grease or finger oils on there. The next thing you want to do is take your decal and make sure it's adhered to the backing well. It's got a carrier on the front that holds all your letters together, and you'll notice that it's very flat vinyl, and our goal is, when we put it on, we use a heat gun to flatten it out and make it adhere, and you'll see that it'll get the texture of the vinyl behind it, which tells you that it's adhered properly. So you got to pull it off the transfer really easy, gently, so that you don't leave the letters on the backing. I'm going to take it and I'm going to line it up on my tape lines. Once you get it in place, start in the center, concentric circles here till you get it all flattened down. Once you got that, I use a microfiber rag, and I start in the center and push with moderate pressure in circular. You'll notice that you'll generate a little bit of heat, and it'll start to lift the backing material that's holding the letters in place. Once you've got everything pushed down really good and hard, and it's going to stay, take off your masking tape and then carefully pull the backing off of the letters. Probably got you on the wrong side here. We got the backing off now. So if I bring you in closer, you'll see that the vinyl is still really smooth and flat. Well, next I'm going to take my heat gun on the high setting. So you have to be very, very careful because it's really easy to melt the decal. And I use just my bare hand. And if I can't hold my fingers there, I'm getting it too hot. And what you're doing is just warming it up and rubbing in the letters with your fingers. And if it gets too hot, you got to back off. Go over all of the edges and you'll start to see that the decal takes on the same texture as your vinyl that it's adhering to. And when all of the depressions and everything are in there, like I got that hot enough I can barely put my fingers on. Okay, so right now that is never going anywhere. So what we've got, I'll bring it in and you'll be able to see the texture I'm talking about. It was perfectly flat. If I can get just the right angle, you'll see that there's dimples that follow the texture of the vinyl in there. So that decal is now on there permanently. It's never coming off. So if you want to add just a little bit of detail somewhere, Dave Scott, he could put Bugsy in the backs of his seat there. That'd look pretty cool. Anyhow, the other stuff I got for shipments, I got to deal with the carburetor on my engine. So I ordered a calibration kit. It's got the metering rods, jets, everything I need to get this set up. The problem with these carburetors, they come from California and they're calibrated for sea level. I'm at 3,200 feet, so it's probably nowhere near where it's supposed to be. So once it warms up outside, I can start on this because I can't start the car up in here. I'll kill myself and it's too cold to open the doors. The other thing I got was this really nice flocked window channel, and I'm going to start working on building the tracks for the front and back of the windows and the doors so that I can raise or get some glass cut. So I was going to use, this is an aluminum extrusion from Home Depot. I think it's a panel edging or something, but it's too wide, or sorry, too narrow, and it folds the channeling up so it won't slide on the glass. I looked around for other stuff, couldn't find it, so what I did was I made a sample out of some 18 gauge steel. I just bent it in my brake. It fits the flock channel perfectly. My problem is now the steel shops in town, none of them have any steel sheet, and I need a piece 30 inches by about 15 inches to make the channels I need. So I'm going to have to see what I can find in my scrap piles and see if I can find enough to make some of these. So the other thing I'm going to work on this weekend, I've been putting it off, and I have to cut into the side of my console and make a panel so that I can get in and find my air leaks on the control valve. Not looking forward to doing that. It's going to mean some grinding and repainting under the dash there. So anyhow, we'll be back later. Going to go through the entries for Guess the Weight contest and find out who the winner is. It's amazing how many people have watched the videos but haven't put in a guess. Right now we're sitting at, there's two guys that are really close, and I'm going to have to do the calculation to see which one is closest, and I think we're within about 30 pounds. So anyhow guys, we'll be back a little later. Hey, good morning everyone. We're back again Sunday morning. Didn't get a whole lot done yesterday. Seemed to have drank a bunch of beer. That seems to be a good thing to do when it's 35 below outside and can't get motivated on stuff. So as promised, we'll go through the guesses on the weight for the car and find out who the winner is. But first I'll show you what I got done yesterday. I did get a little done. So I got my air leak figured out. I had to cut this chunk out of the side of my console here. I then made a patch panel to go in over top so that I could get in to fix it. Had to take the glove box out, which is a pain in the butt, but it's out. I also got a level centered up and put into the consoles for airing it up, keep it level. Got the seats in with their decals on. I did find a piece of scrap steel. I believe it's part of the fender from that 89 Chevy donor I have for the swept line project, and I got just enough pieces out of it. I cut them up 1 5/16 wide. Then I bent two 3/8 flanges on it, and the rubber fits in perfectly from Amazon. So that's about all I got done for progress yesterday. Now we can proceed with who won the closest guess. So here's my weigh ticket. Hopefully you can see it from the scale. 1,470 kilograms. I find it really surprising that over 300 and I think there's about 350 views on the two videos. We only had 13 guesses. I listed them all here. We got the highest one was 3,900 and lowest was 2,800, I believe. And the actual weight, 1,740 kgs times 2.205 is 3,240.795 pounds. That puts no CCIs at 28.2 pounds off the actual weight. So makes him the winner. Now, I built two of those Chrysler Pentastars. The other one I gave away, I did a similar contest on the Rat Rod Rules forum site, and a fellow from Kentucky down there won that one. He should be receiving his sometime early this next week here. So no CCIs. If you look in the description, I'll have my email address there. Shoot me an email with your address and I'll get yours packaged up and sent off to you. So once again, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully I don't bore you too much here. We'll keep plugging away on this car. The list is getting pretty small now. So get these window channels built up and some windows installed. Next weekend we're supposed to be back above zero finally, so we can get out and maybe drive it again. So thanks guys, take care.